So in the last video I talked about how excuses are actually legit. That they're not a sign of weakness, they're not a sign of lack of commitment. Basically when we make an excuse, we're saying there's a large cost associated with this and I don't know or understand that there would be a benefit, and no one in their right mind would ever spend a large cost for an unknown benefit or a benefit they're not sure of or don't even know about. So how do we get around this sort of thing? Well, it's simple, really. Remember, all the things in motivation are based off of a cost versus benefit. And when the costs outweigh the benefits, our motivation goes down. When the costs are a lot less than the benefit, motivation goes through the roof. And this is important to understand. This is not a logical thing. We never have motivation and desire because of logical reasons so much. It's emotional. Okay, these are emotional costs and emotional benefits and so on. So at the Red Delta Project, our strategy is low-cost fitness with huge high benefits. And this is one of the reasons why we focus on things like the calisthenics and stuff. Huge benefits, very low cost. So unfortunately, this is not the take that a lot of people have, especially now the end of the year is coming up. A lot of times our fitness culture is very much based on if it's something is more expensive and you spend more lifestyle resources towards it, then you're going to get more out of it. But in fitness, it's not always quite the way. Because yes, it's most certainly possible, and it happens most of the time, where you can spend a lot of time, a lot of energy, and a lot of space, and a lot of money, and a lot of everything, and get no benefit whatsoever. Because all of the benefits of fitness boil down to you fulfilling the root cause of your specific goals, which doesn't necessarily always correlate to a high expenditure of lifestyle resources. So we start cheap, and we stay cheap. We stay efficient. Okay, so again, costs, low costs. People ask me, how do I start getting in shape? I say, well, I highly recommend doing like 10 push-ups a day. 10 push-ups a day, not that much, but in the mind it's like, but I'm not spending very much. It's not spending a lot of time, I'm not spending a lot of money, I'm not spending a lot of energy. How can there be possible reward? But if you haven't been doing anything and those 10 push-ups are feeding the root cause signal of making your muscles stronger and a little bit bigger and more capable and stuff, you will receive a benefit within a week or two of, I used to be able to do 8 push-ups, now I can do 15. So the mind will naturally say it's a low cost, it's 10 push-ups, I'll just get down on the floor, it takes me like 10 seconds, but I'm noticing huge benefits in the way I feel, the way I'm moving my arms, it's easier to push open doors, all of these great, wonderful benefits, so of course the motivation is going to be very high. But if we take the opposite approach, and we're like, okay, I'm gonna get in shape, and I'm gonna go buy a membership, and I'm gonna buy special clothes, and I'm gonna buy all these DVDs, and I'm gonna spend all this more money, and there's this great gym, it's like 20 minutes away, so it's gonna spend all this time and everything like that, but you go, you don't really do much of anything, you just hang out at the club or whatever, your mind's gonna be like, you're spending a lot of resources, very little benefit, cut it out. Don't do this. Remember, loss of motivation is your brain saying you're not getting enough reward to justify the costs. So keep the costs really low. You don't have to spend the farm to get very far in fitness. And there are lots of ideas there at reddeltaproject.com. Thoughts down below. Till then, be fit, live free.